I guess most of us don't know who Howard Schultz is, but he owns Starbucks and is one of the richest people in the world. So what is the success story? Was he a rich person all his life? Let's explain it in MchReal style. He was born on July 19, 1953, in New York. At that time, no one could have predicted that Howard Schultz, who lived in poverty with his two brothers, would soon become one of the wealthiest people in the world. Schultz, who did nothing but play basketball in his childhood, knew at that age that it was very difficult to get out of this poverty. But nothing stood in the way of his will to succeed. As a child, Howard closely followed his father's job search processes. His father broke his foot when he was 7 years old, and the already poor family fell into even more trouble because the family had no insurance. Howard, who started working for the first time at the age of 12, worked as a newspaper deliveryman and waitress in cafes for a while. Howard, who started working in a fur shop at the age of 16, realized that he had to find a way and be successful while working here. Due to his physical strength and athletic personality, he won a scholarship from Northern Michigan University and studied communication sciences there. After graduating in 1975, he worked as a sales consultant for Xerox for 3 years. He later joined a Swedish company called Hammonplast. He was selling household products here. He even sold coffee machines and coffee grinders to Starbucks during this period. Schultz had $1.7 million to start his own business. The owners of Starbucks lent him some money and borrowed some of the money from the bank. In April 1986, Schultz opened a coffee shop in Seattle. The name of the shop was Il Giornale. The coffee shop had 300 customers on the first day, which was a huge success. A year later, the owners of Starbucks decided to sell the company because they could not cope with the management of the company. Schultz tried to get the $4 million needed to buy the company from investors. One of the first investors of the company was Bill Gates. Starbucks was somehow bought out and Howard Schultz became sole owner of Starbucks, bringing the brand into an era. Howard Schultz developed some principles after taking over the company. According to these principles, which later became the philosophy of the company, good teamwork and continuous improvement of coffee quality were the main objectives. Schultz attached great importance to the human factor. He thought that if people liked the business model and the Starbucks system, they would develop an emotional bond with the brand. He believed that people trusted the brand. Moreover, he thought they trusted Starbucks itself, not just the quality of the coffee. He also believed in team spirit to a great extent. Health insurance was provided to all personnel working at least 20 hours a week. It started the practice of issuing stock from the company to top-performing employees.